Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Glücklich and Froh coming at ya.
Fucked up in Germany.
Live in Germany, 66, the Beatles.
Fucked up in Germany.
Are you kidding me, TJ? 3, 2, 1.
Untitled Beatles podcast.
Feeling dank, Tony?
Yes, TJ. Langspieler Beatles for sale.
I can't wait to play the buzzer on that one. You know, George didn't even know what songs the albums were on, or vice versa.
It wasn't even a Beatle, really. You know, I read a book. It's a love story between John and Paul. There was no George and Ringo, unless there's a second book.
You know, the thing about George is he didn't exist, but he's just my baby brother.
And Ringo was a great Schlatzspoingler. What is the word?
You watch your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Schlatzspoinger. Yeah, sorry, I said something else. Well, here we are, TJ. It's the Untitled Beatles podcast. I'm Froh.
And I'm Glücklich, and that was wunderbar, folks.
Yeah, man. We are going to talk about this newly unearthed soundboard recording of the Beatles live in Essen, Germany from 1966. You know, the tour where they had the greatest chops. They were really in sync on this tour. But I love this tour. We love this tour.
We love this tour for the same reasons I love Let It Be. I like Ragged Beatles. Tony's more Abbey Road, and I'm more like Demo of Strawberry Fields.
It's true. I want there to be even more polish on Abbey Road. Can we take the distortion off the guitars on I Want You, She's So Heavy?
How come I can't get no Abbey Road on my Polish no more in this town? Brandon Johnson that woke? What?
It's the mayor of Chicago we're
People
referencing.
know. Our listeners in Australia and New Zealand.
Does Gunnar in Denmark know who Brandon Johnson is? He gives us $5 every month.
Yeah, but listen, do TJ and Tony know what Grugahalle Essen is?
That's true. Yeah. Oh, spoiler alert or trigger warning, whatever this is. There's going to be a lot of butchered German going on today. I don't speak the language, so lo siento.
I'm not allowed to make a follow-up joke. Take it, Tony.
Take it, Tony.
You take it, TJ.
Take it, DJ.
Take it, Casey.
Take it, JC.
Guys, I am in the middle of moving right now. I cannot possibly take it. You take it.
Take it, Tony.
Like and subscribe. We'll do some brief housekeeping. We have a Patreon. We have some lovely new merch on our tpublic.com if you want to check that out. And yeah, anyway, write a review, do what you got to do, like the buttons and press the hearts and join the fan club. It's the Untitled Beatles podcast. We need a title.
Good old Frida. We also need someone to help us manage the fan club.
Good old Frida.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe we can get that actor Frida Kelly from Backbeat.
Not the Frida Kelly,
Not
which we
the
know
Frida
and have
Kelly.
we done just a modicum more homework.
Yeah, actually, our sergeant of social media, Glenn Kay, actually hipped us to that right before we recorded. Otherwise, it would have had to been a P3Z nuts. Thank you.
Can we do better for Glenn than our sergeant of social media? Like, can we?
Oh, sure.
He's kind of human P3Z nuts. Oh,
Yes, he is.
P3Z nuts is human, Glenn.
Yeah, exactly. At some point, the lines will get blurred. And how many Terminator movies did they make? I don't know.
Not enough. Why'd they close the Esquire? I can't afford that steak place from Dallas that ain't there no more.
Stuart Anderson's Cattle Company? Is that what it was? Remember that?
I don't. What was that?
It was a chain restaurant of like steak.
This used to be cattle country till they came, the lobster ranchers.
Cattle Company announces our special lobster tail and top sirloin dinner.
Sweet little creatures. But they do spook around lemon and butter.
A complete dinner for just $9.95 at Cattle Company.
They get real nervous around boiling water.
It was like an elevated version of Ponderosa.
Like 80s Outback.
Yeah, it was 80s American Outback.
American Outback!
Stay away from me. Let's get into it, man. It was so I don't know where this came from, but I think someone had a tape and someone got it at auction, and now it's a bootleg. I love that it leaked. It's a soundboard recording of the Beatles live in Essen at the Grugahalle, which opened in 1958. It's an arena, TJ, the Grugahalle.
It's what Duran Duran named their live album after. That's a reference to Duran Duran's live album, Arena. That's probably unrelated, but I know the name of Duran Duran's live album from 84.
Is anybody hungry?
I'm hungry.
You know, Tony, things like this coming to light, my first thought, and this concert's great. You and I both love this tour. I know the Asia tour was far less happy for the Beatles, which came later that summer. And I actually think this is a superior performance all across the board when compared to Budokan. The sound quality is still better with Budokan because that was professional.
You think so?
I do, because that came from, I feel like it's just better mic'd.
No, you're right. You're right. The mix, the balance is much better. Yeah. Yeah. It should be said that this is a soundboard recording. So that means that it's not an audience recording, someone in the audience that has a microphone bootlegging it. It came off of the sound engineer's board that was giving sound out to the arena. And so it's always mixed. I love these soundboard recordings because they're mixed kind of funny.
No life for ginger now. No life for ginger now. I can see a face. My father never did one more.
Often the vocals are really hot. They put whatever needs to be heard most in the room loudest.
Yeah.
So in this case, it's like the bass and the vocals and some of the guitars.
Especially during the solos, they're mixed up pretty great.
It's so fun. Yeah, it's nice and raw. It's kind of like what maybe I'll speak for us, we liked about the comeback version of Let It Be.
Yes.
Going nowhere, spending someone's heart and pay. You and me Sunday driving, not arriving on our way back home.
It shows the human side of the Beatles as a band, and to have this surface near the beginning of that tour. Is this the very beginning of the tour that summer?
Yeah, it's the second day of shows. I want to say this is the evening performance, so it might be like their fourth show that they played. I believe that, to my best of my knowledge.
But one might say there were mock shows left to come.
One might say.
Mock show.
Max Shaw, Max Shaw. Not too much Max Shaw.
Mock Show saved the Beatles. If that... Yeah, we'll get into it at some point, but the bartender that kept yelling at them to mock show wanted them to do it and like just move around, but the Beatles took that to mean go wacky and go bizarre, and that's where the Beatles became weird / original.
The toilet seats and stomping up and down in an effort to break the stage.
There's this angry German bartender yelling at you to play better, more show.
Mock show, more show.
And they mocked it. They were like making fun of that. And then therefore, that's why the Beatles were so great. It wasn't like, yes, sir, we will mock show. They were like, fuck you. Okay, here, I'll put a fucking toilet on my head. Or whatever.
Yeah, they did a mock show.
They did
mock show. Boop, boop,
and now here on Glücklich and Froh, it's time to play mock show.
All right,
you
kids.
Call in.
You sit in circle. Whoever gets show, come with Fraulein. It's terrible. Germany has become a beacon of freedom. It is not the 70s. I will stop making fun of Germany.
Right.
They are good people.
It's getting to be the other way around these days. Yeah,
it's getting to the point.
Yeah.
We're not no fun anymore. Yeah.
So this is June 25th, 1966. Again, they did 2 shows, 5 p.m. I believe this is the 9 p.m. show. Support acts on this include Peter and Gordon, friends and cohorts of the Fabs.
And that's Peter, Brady, and Gordon Jump. So they had a Brady Bunch WKRP hybrid thing.
Let me ask you this, man. John Lennon always referred to the Beatle tours as Satyricon, meaning like after the show, it was just like you're up to your arms and your eyes in
fan mail. We've seen A Hard Day's Night.
Fan mail. Carnal fan mail, we'll call it.
Favorite character on Hogan's Heroes. There's a topical one.
So Jane Asher's brother, Peter Asher, is on this tour. Is he looking at the other way while, Paul's doing Road Rules?
You don't have to tell me because I know.
I don't know if Lewis and I've not read Tune In, and I don't know if he's going to get to this.
We didn't get that far.
I was going to say in the second, volume 2 is supposed to come out in 2091. That's apparently, this can be verified. They had Jane and Peter sign a deal that said if Peter kept his mouth shut, he could one day host a retrospective show on Sirius XM's The Beatles channel.
Well, there you go.
So it all worked
out. Without we leaked it. So Untitled Beatles podcast exclusive.
Untitled Beatles.
Also on the bill was Cliff Bennett and the Rabble Rousers, who did have a hit with their cover of Got to Get You Into My Life in 1966.
Oh, yeah.
I would think it greatly ironic if Cliff Bennett and the Rabble Rousers played it on this show and the Beatles didn't.
That'd be weird.
Though by this time that song hadn't come out.
Yeah.
What can I do? What can I be when I'm with you? I want to stay there. I'm sure I'll never leave. If I do, I know the way there. Ooh, you were meant to be near me. Ooh, and I want you to hear me. Say we'll be together every day.
And also, lastly, the Rattles were on this. So they played on the same circuit as the Fabs, and I guess they claim to know each other. They are an active band. They had a hit in the 70s called The Witch, or maybe it was the late 60s, whenever it was. But you can still go out in Germany and see a band called the Rattles.
I don't know if I've ever heard that name before. If I have, just didn't leave an impression. The Rattles, okay.
The Rattles, yeah.
Do you remember the Littles? They used a pencil for a slide.
I have a very special secret. I'm the only one who knows about tiny people living in our walls called the Littles.
They were little tiny things on NBC or Channel 5 Saturday mornings for about a half a year, and then people were like, is this offensive? So they took it off.
Yeah, I have a vague recollection of the Littles. Yeah.
So that's we made it 5 years, and that's our first reference. We're now referencing the Littles.
It's a milestone. It's another Untitled Beatles podcast exclusive.
Thanks to our loyal listeners. With your help, we've made it to the Littles.
Untitled Beatles podcast exclusive.
According to Beatles Monthly, TJ, the police subjugated the crowd in Essen with tear gas and guard dogs. That's kind of wild.
Yeah. And then they launched into spirits in the material world. I can't stop.
You're in a real stink cake today.
So when I first heard this recording, as excited as I was to hear it, and I love it, my mind immediately went to, oh my God, how many more lost recordings are out there like this?
Yeah.
The Beatles' live career has been documented, certainly on a commercial level, in such a spotty and haphazard way.
True.
This is like a game changer. It's got more energy than Budokan. They're not as they're not as spent. They haven't just been through the Philippines. I mean, they're it's a different tone. Now it's still sloppy. There's still,
under rehearsed for sure.
Rock and roll music. I mean, I'm not saying this is a slick show, but it's slicker than what would follow. And, part of me, the me that's like, oh, they could remix it, this, that, and the other. It's cool the way it is. It's just great to have this raw, a little like that Let It Be that we heard, the original tape of that.
Right. The comeback one.
This is like a way I want to hear this.
I agree, man. Yeah, I like it as is. Maybe they could put a little doubly, NR on it, but other than that, I don't mind the hiss either. So bring it on,
Well, just so you know, I dubbed this from YouTube to a cassette deck on a Maxell XL2 high bias with Chrome. So
good.
CRO2. So I've eliminated the tape hiss, but I've also eliminated the entirety of the treble.
But you did also add an XDR charm.
Right.
Chime.
And a charm. I wear it around my neck.
Speaking of Peter Brady. Careful. Well, let's go through the show, shall we?
Yes, let's do it.
It starts off with a German MC. I tried my best to write down what he said. We needed someone to translate it, but here's what he basically said. Necessita Kontrast ist nämlich stärker.
Der Kontrast, wissen Sie, der Kontrast ist nämlich stärker, wenn wir die große Stille anfangen. Die wollen's wissen und wir wollen's wissen.
We won't whistle, we won't listen. Bravo Beatles, best today. Ihnen das Kreisten des Showbusiness und sagen. The best beat band der Welt.
And then local celebrity Pete Vanderbilt came out. He had a car dealership.
Yeah, he had to sell some Chevrolets and some Volkswagens.
Ihnen das Größte in die Geschichte des Showbusiness ansagen. Die beste Beatband der Welt. Die Beatles! Komm! Ich höre nichts!
It is funny, the excitement of the random local person introducing the Beatles never changes. It's like they're Dick Biondi, is this dude.
It is. It's German Dick Biondi.
German Dick Biondi.
Yeah. They're in Essen. Yeah, we're in the town of Essen. I've never been to Essen. I've been to some other, I've been to Hamburg, and I've been to Berlin, and really? Stuttgart, and Heilbronn. Anyway. But I haven't been to Essen, so maybe I'll go down there.
The last town you went to was how Nazis greet LeBron James.
Heilbronn.
Oh my fucking God.
Paul is the first Beatle to speak after some tuning.
Yeah, and what's real cool, Tony, is they're tuning an E, obviously, and rock and roll music's an A, and the segue was magical when they went into it.
Oh, yeah. So they go from the fifth into the root, in other words, yeah?
Hello.
They're tuning here, and John's on the G. So, but they're tuning here, and then they land in A7, which is really neat to me.
It's cool. I never thought of that. Yeah. Yeah, usually you throw the E, give me a clue, as Lennon would say.
No, hey, Barry, give me a clue, will you? Give me a clue.
No, E. That's a clue.
No, E. That's a clue.
You haven't been in tune all evening. Why change?
Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose. It's got a backbeat you can blues it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I got no kick against modern jazz. Unless they try to play it too darn fast and lose the beauty of the melody until it sounds like a symphony. That's why I go for that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it.
Loving rock and roll music, though. Slow and sloppy.
Yes, it is slow and sloppy, little bit Dylan-y, little bit Stony. It just chug-a-lugs along.
Yeah. Lennon's a little loose with a lyric or two, it's, it's like this is the song they know inside and outside. Didn't they just do the one take of it or something? I forget, back in the Beatles for Sale days.
And Tony, this is your favorite version because it's the short version.
It's true. We don't need 4 verses or whatever it is. Even Lennon said it back then. We play it for half an hour.
Tango, mambo, piano. All right, already.
Yeah, I like the short version, just like they used to do with Twist and Shout the previous year,
right?
Where it's like verse, chorus, out.
Took Twist and Shout from 2:21 to 1:37.
This one is probably under 2 minutes as well. Yeah, but yeah, right off the bat, you're getting the idea of what this concert's going to sound like. The vocals are just way up in the mix. There's a lot of low end, and the guitars have a distortion that I think's from the recording, not the effect that you're hearing from the amplifier. It's that they're just overmodulating on the tape.
I think that's probably right. And you mentioned the low end of this. Here's my low end theory. Paul's bass is so good. It's just
great to hear him.
This entire concert is just a reminder, especially we'll get to a couple songs Paul's singing and playing complicated bass lines. The mastery of him as a live performer, even when he overdoes it with the harmonies and he's hamming it up. He's such a consummate, great professional at everything he does.
He's a performer, man.
5 fabs on every level.
I started playing that rock and roll blues. Any old way you choose. Got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me, if you wanna dance with me.
Yeah, and then he gets a turn at the mic. Kind of tentative drums into She's a Woman.
My love don't buy me presents. I know that she no peasant.
He also, it's one of those Paul variations. He starts off, my love don't buy me presents, not my love don't bring me presents or give me presents.
Yeah.
My love don't buy me presents.
And he repeats it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't just a one-time thing. He did it again.
The Jane Asher commentary?
A little bit. Peter, leave the room.
You don't have to tell me because I know.
Peter, sign this. One day you'll be on Sirius XM just after David Frick at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, if you know what's right for you, you'll leave.
Please lock me away.
But I also like, how the guitars, it's fun. It's live. Like, this song's always been a fun R&B thing, but here, this is post-Rubber Soul, and it's feeling more, like there's more attack. I'm getting those, like, ice-picky stabs on the guitar. There's a little more bite to them.
Yeah.
And I think you get to hear George's guitar part a little more, because I think Lennon's doing the stabs, right? And so George is the one that's decorating it and playing the notes.
And George doing the Carl Perkinsy stuff.
She's a woman who understands. She's a woman who loves her man. My love, don't give me presents. I know that she's no peasant. Only ever has to give me love forever and forever. My love don't give me no present, yeah.
I love I've always loved the energy of this. Do I like it a little more in 64 when it's a little faster? Sure. But this version's great. The ride out of the song, the last 30, 45 seconds of this is just such a thrill with the crowd screaming and they're having fun. It's, it's weird to call this classic underrated, but it's one of the most underrated early Paul songs, no doubt. It's not just a silly blues song. It's got some great hooks, great lyrics. It's just a great tune.
Yeah, 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 to the woman. To that woman. Oh, she's my woman. I said to that woman. She's my woman. Yeah, she's a woman right now.
We get to hear Paul talk some German now.
Danke schön.
Danke schön. Danke schön.
Guten Abend, everybody.
Danke schön und guten Abend, everybody. Guten Abend.
Then somebody blows a whistle. That was an interesting moment. I thought the MC said, no whistle, won't whistle.
Die wollen's wissen.
Well, Beatles are going to Beatle. They're going to Mach Schau.
Yeah, Mach Schau. They all brought whistles. They dressed as referees and called it Beatles comedy sports.
Mach Schau, Mach Schau.
Someone should do that, like with the DC version of the Beatles and the Capitol Records steps. They all
The Capitol Records
around the piano. You should do that. You've got the piano.
All you need is drugs. Am I right, folks?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the presumptive Republican nominee for president, Senator John McCain.
Good evening, my friends. If I'm elected, I'm gonna be getting on in years. I could be the oldest guy who ever won. Hell, Ronald Reagan could be my son.
No. Well, the next one is from the Langspiel Plotter Rubber Soul, and it features George.
Der nächste Lied ist ein Lied von unserer Langspielplatte Rubber Soul. Und the Lied is called If I Needed Someone, George.
If I needed someone to love, the one that I'd be thinking of. If I needed someone, if I had some more time to spend, then I guess I'd be with you, my friend. If I needed someone.
I love the microphone issues that are going on during this.
1, 2. And right before it happens, they're all over the map musically. This is the sloppiest version of the tune I've ever heard.
Had you come some other day, might not have been like this. But you see now I'm too much in love.
1, 2.
Call your number on my wall.
Oh, one thing that happens in If I Needed Someone on the harmonies. Did you hear Paul?
The Indian stuff.
Yeah, it's like what he does on I Want to Tell You.
I've got time.
I'd never heard him really do that before.
It's so cool to hear Paul doing that. It serves George's Indian influence in a way that kind of honors a George Harrison composition, for as much as Paul might not have taken George stuff seriously later. I think Paul has always supported the song live with those great harmonies, his great bass playing, and yeah, that kind of Indian run there that he does at the end of I Want to Tell You too. I think this is a great version. I'm not saying I don't like it because it's musically all over the map, but you hear those bum notes, and yeah, I guess that's rock and roll, right?
That's what I think. Yeah, and this isn't the end of the Eastern influence that we'll hear on this set,
right?
So stick around.
No, that's very true. They do most of side 2 of Wonderwall music.
Then John gets on the mic. He says, "Danke schön."
Thank you. Danke schön. We'd like to sing another lied.
And I love the combination of the English and the German. He goes, "We'd like to sing another lied."
And this song is called... Oh, dear.
And then there's some crazy feedback.
It's called Day Tripper.
Into what I think is a great version of Day Tripper. I really like this.
It's interesting. Day Trip, maybe it's just the mixing, and I love this version, but it doesn't get a ton of audience recognition. Maybe just because he tears into the opening riff so quick, but he goes, "It's called Day Tripper," and it goes right in the riff. You don't hear the audience go nuts.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they were just stunned with their mastery of the German language, you know?
Or maybe by that point, they're wondering why these hacks ain't doing "Sie liebt dich" or "Komm, give me deine Hand." It is bullshit. I will say my pro-Germany stance for them not to do is one you may recognize from something new. Oh, do this so sure.
I love that they had like no time to rehearse this tour even, but for them to pull
music
Sie
stands
liebt
with
dich.
it phonetic in kind and on in Ben. I'm Glücklich. He's Froh.
Thank you. Fro here. I'll sign it. I'll sign that. I'm Fro.
And I'm Glücklich and I need more cash.
But taking the easy way out. Got a good reason for taking the easy way out now. It was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out, and I found out. Hey.
I like the mistakes. You were talking about the rock and roll. Like, what is that first lyric? I think they both muffed it.
Yeah, they
and
both
then
muff it. They're like
You
singing.
can hear them laughing, right?
Please, please me stereo callback.
And then also, yeah, I mean, I think this is one if you wanted to imagine it, but it does sound like they're saying she's a prick teaser.
Yeah, maybe just because we've heard the story so many times.
She's a big teaser. She took me half the way there. She's a big teaser.
Yeah. It also might just be a big plosive on that B that makes it sound like a P, but whatever.
Yeah, it's great hearing Dave Tripper. I love Paul whipping up the energy at the end of the solos. Very Paul. It's like Paul's willing the song to the finish line with his hoots and howls.
It's a great build up into that rave up.
And then right into Babies in Black, Tony. I doubt that's an edit of the tape. It just seems like they just go right into it. They don't announce it.
Oh dear, what can I do? Baby's in black and I'm feeling blue. Tell me, oh, what can I do? She thinks of him, and so she dresses in black. And though he'll never come back, she's dressed in black.
And it's a reminder, it's one of the oldest songs, one of the oldest Lennon-McCartney compositions that they do in this show. And they always love the song. Where I love hearing it's because I know how much they love performing it till the end. Those close harmonies, the slow kind of minory waltz going on there. This is a joy to me.
Yeah, it's definitely slow. Like they're leaning into the pot with this one. And I like how they scoop the vocal into the proper key, right? You know, that first note when you karaoke
Right.
and you're like, oh, I'm a half step.
The lyrics kind of fall apart. Ringo's drumming. I thought you'd like this. Ringo punching, see the mistake she has made. He's punching those triplets on the crash cymbals, which is just so Ringo and so exciting.
She thinks only of him, and though it's only a whim, she thinks of him. Oh, how long will it take till she sees the mistake she has made?
Before George's guitar solo, Paul goes, everybody! And then
Really loud, too. Yeah, he leans into it.
Everybody!
What does he want from everybody?
Go get those guitars everybody bought after Ed Sullivan, the German Ed Sullivan show. This is the moment. Play along with the Carl Perkins solo on this. And that's George taking the mic to do, I love it, for the first of many feelin dank.
Feelin dank.
Feelin dank.
I'm feeling all dank.
Thank you.
I believe that means thank you very much, but the way they say it, it just sounds like feelin dank. Feeling real damp and moist.
No, we're not talking about your damp basement. Dank has leveled up. These days, it means something high quality.
Hot coffee, good donuts, and dank wings.
Feeling dank.
I'm feeling dank, and he's feeling seedy, and we're dank and seedy.
Yeah, and we're going to get some Nestor sleep heist with this next song, whatever that
Next song, next to sleep heist.
Nestor is a character, and I think Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, and now he sells, pep pills, and it's called Sleep Heist. steal the sleep from your body, stay up, crank out that exam paper.
It used to be called Prellies or Jolt.
Yeah. Jolt Cola in the U.S.
I drank Jolt Cola in high school and early college.
I drank it out of experimentation.
Yeah, no, me too. And I wanted to see if it wasn't dangerous.
No, it was all the sugar, twice the caffeine was the slogan. So
God bless, it would fit him right now.
Jolt boldly proclaims that it contains all the sugar and twice the caffeine.
I feel fine.
Well, they go into I Feel Fine with the harmonies in the red. I love it. I've always loved the harmonies on this.
I'm so glad she's my little girl. She's so glad she's still with a baby by the things you know. If I the diamond rings, you know she's it. She's in love with me and I feel fine.
Yes, Tony, and live the songs always sounded way more like a Bob Dylan song than it does a country song, or maybe a country Dylan song. But I feel like John's phrasing and tempo is a little like mid-'60s ragged Dylan singing. I feel like his Dylan influence shines through when he sings this live.
I'll have to keep my ears peeled for that from here on out. I've always thought of this as just a rocker, with a little Latin drum thing that you can't really hear from Ringo live. I haven't considered it to be like in that folky country vein.
And I only hear that when it's live. And it's what's so interesting? It's a rock song, it's a country song, it's a folk song. It's this simple little Beatles song that dates back to 1964, Tony. It's now 2 years later, and this song is layered and layered and hooky and layered.
Baby buys the things, she buys the diamond rings, she's it so. She's in love with me and I feel fine. She's in love with me and I feel fine.
George takes the mic for some more feeling danks.
Feeling dank.
What happens here, TJ? There's some Langspieler that he's talking about.
Okay, Tony, the next song is from D. Langspieler. Beatles for Sale is Heist Yesterday Meet.
The next song from Die Langspieler, Beatles for Sale. Es heißt Yesterday mit Paul McCartney.
That's not on Beatles for Sale, you jughead.
maybe in German. Right away, I'm like, do I have the German copy of Nodi and a Beatles for Sale? Is it on there? Do I not know this? Check Discogs?
Yeah, George knows about the different pressing.
I'll never forget when they made Outcry Instead longer on the United Artists cut of Hard Day's Night.
Exactly. Yeah, the least Beatle nerd of them all, George.
But it meant we could get into the studio and start with Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane and that, and then Pepper.
Were they the first ones?
I don't know, were they? I mean, I seem to remember that was like what happened once we got full-time into the studio.
I don't see too much difference myself in Rubber Soul and Revolver. To me, they could both be like Volume 1 and Volume 2. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't played them right back to back.
It was yesterday, I believe, we were talking about.
And Tony, I prefer live rock yesterday.
I do too, man. I do too. I like hearing the drums in it. What little they are, it's tasteful. It's all that. It's fun.
Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
They mention in recording sessions, and I don't know if you caught this, but apparently Brian tried to negotiate with a young piano player named Wix Wickens to come do keyboard strings that don't sound like real strings, and it's the 2000s, and you're like, why are we still doing keyboard strings? And like, oh, well, Wix is free.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no keyboard strings on this version. You're right, man. This is a good version. Yeah, it's fun. It's that 66 dirty version that, yeah, we've heard it on Budokan a few times. Paul has the kind of crab-like fingers when he plays it. It's like he lets his fingers do the walking on those two bass strings.
Yeah, he's yellow paging it.
Yeah, he's yellow paging it. Can you still say that?
To find what you need, let your fingers do the walking through the yellow pages.
Now Paul's feeling dank too after yesterday.
Danke schön, vielen Dank, und it's wunderbar, folks. Really, thank you, danke schön.
And the crowd begins a chant for who?
And this Lied,
Ringo.
This
Ringo.
features our Schlagzeuger singing a song.
This one features our Schlagzeuger Ringo.
It's a special Lied. This Lied. Ringo, our Schweitzer, singing a song called I Want to Be Your Man. Then they bring out Albert Schweitzer.
And Schweitzer schlats those soings. Let me tell you that much, man, because the schloings are swanging on this.
Thank you, Fats Waller.
yeah, Fats, an old Fats Waller song. I think White Jelly Fungus did the harmonica solo on it.
Had that in college.
I want to be your man.
I want to be your man, Ringo. I want to be your lover, babe. I want to be your man. I want to be your lover, babe. I want to be your man. Love you like no other, babe. Like no other can. Love you like no other, babe. Like no other can. Wanna be your man. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your man. I wanna be your man. Hey! Tell me that you love me, babe.
Tony, let's make a case for this being the best pure rock song of the night. This is the best, at least thus far. This song rocks. I don't know. Have you seen video of this yet?
I've only a Budokan, not this one.
Dude, and this is a cool thing too. Ringo sings this from down center, and that's Sheila E. on the drums.
Young Sheila E. happened to be on vacation with her parents in Germany, in Essen. They wanted to get a real bratwurst, so they went to Essen.
On some nights, they didn't do Nowhere Man. They did The Glamorous Life.
I think the afternoon show they did that, yeah. There's an audience bootleg of that one. I think you faintly hear it. No, I agree with you, man. This is
Great.
one of the greater rock performances. Maybe the final song. We'll when we get there, we get there. But you get to hear Ringo nice and hot on the vocal, and because the mic is by there, you actually get to hear the kick and the snare for the first time all night.
Yeah, it's great. And every time Ringo did this live, I don't want to say every time, but the majority of the versions I've heard Ringo does this live, the way he yelps, "Tell me that you love me, baby," in the second verse, he always screams it, and it's just so exciting. That's early rock and roll.
Tell me that you love me, babe. Let me understand. Tell me that you love me, babe. I want to be your man. I want to be your lover, babe.
And then George, man, this is where I'm like, oh, we got to talk about this show. I think this is the moment where I'm like, okay, because George's solo is like an Eastern scaled Birds solo.
Yeah. Yes.
It's fucking cool. I don't remember hearing that solo on any other version. And maybe I missed it. I don't remember him doing that at Budokan that way, but maybe I'm wrong.
Tell me that you love me, babe. Let me understand. Tell me that you love me, babe. I want to be your man.
Well, I mean, it shows the influence of being in the studio for Revolver, right?
Yeah, they did Revolver, and then we're on a plane like the next day.
Yeah,
you know, like I think they squeezed in a rehearsal in Hamburg or something between shows or something like that. You know, like
Tony.
That's what I read.
I mean, you alluded to was it I want to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
When Paul does that high kind of run in that, and he doesn't If I Needed Someone, of course, because it's in his mind.
Yeah, it's this new trick he learned, and they're taking the new tricks, at least some of them are, and adapting them to the old ways, and it's cool. It's cool to see that. It's called the progress or whatever.
And it's funny because without comparing here, the ones that seem stuck a bit in the past to be John and George, comparatively.
Well, George did the solo, so I would say that it's not George.
Yeah, I guess I'm still pissed at George because neither John and Paul, were in love with him, like that new book says. I'm going to read it. Heard it's great.
It's good. It's really good. It's good. It's opened up my heart, TJ. We have to stop getting under the hood and talking about, that cymbal crash and that versus the cymbal ride. And we need to talk about the love, TJ. We need to explore the love. And I'm talking about you and me right now, TJ. I'm talking about you and me.
Well, it would be nice. Listen, Tony, I've checked out your new music. It'd be nice if you checked out my fan fiction called Ringo's Feet, a love story. I'll read you some of the first chapter. Imagine Rick Rubin, but 40 pounds slimmer and with bulging pecs.
Human feet are not pointy.
We get John speaking some gibberish.
You don't understand me? Okay.
Into one of the latest singles in the United States.
Okay. The song's called Nowhere Man. He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plan for nobody.
I like that Ringo keeps the time during that vocal intro.
Yeah, that's my first note. It's almost like Ringo still has such hot energy from I Want to Be Your Man. He's keeping it going because Nowhere Man and the tempo, I mean, I didn't click track this, but the tempo definitely drags as the song goes on. But Ringo keeping it going, doing that count-in on the drums is great.
Point of view, knows not where he's going to. Isn't he a bit like you and you?
Isn't he a bit like me and you?
Yeah.
It was a fun vocal thing that happened. I also dig the solo on this because on the record, it's the trebles all the way up on the amps and it's got this crispy, clear sound. And here it's a little dirtier, a little darker. It's kind of fuzzy.
And also, this song points out that what I've long believed, and I don't mean this insultingly, nobody has ever sang louder harmonies in the history of rock music than Paul McCartney. He's my GOAT, but he's rock's loudest ever harmonist.
I agree, but I want to say this is a note I had, was that I really like some of the swagger he added to the harmonies, especially towards the end of the song.
He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plan for nobody. making all his nowhere plans for nobody. Making all his nowhere plans for nobody.
I've always heard that high note. Everyone hears the high note. That's the note you sing and hear. But the notes leading up to that high note, I heard less so. So it was cool to hear them kind of in the spotlight on this version for me.
Yes, it's a testament to the fact that he probably has the best taste in pop and rock music, that he can constantly overdo harmonies that are still awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome. I'm not being critical, but yeah, he's always, I mean, every demo of a John song, Paul's doing the third. It's,
Yeah.
it's really funny.
He's doing the Everly Brothers.
Right.
He's doing the close harmony.
Right.
Yeah.
But
it's cool.
I don't believe Paul's doing it because he's an egomaniac. I think he's doing it to think, hey, will this help serve the song? Will my incredible world-changing bass playing not be enough? Let me also add these incredible harmonies. He's the best, Tony.
Danke schön, vielen Dank. Yes, this Lied is uns what? Yes, is unsere neue Schallplatte. Something like that. Yes, here in Essen, in wonderful Essen, and the song is called Paperback Writer. Paperback writer, paperback writer. Sir or madam, will you read my book? Took me years to write, will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job, so I want to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer.
Right off to an explosive start with some plosive P's.
Uh-huh.
Paperback.
These harmonies have always been terrible live, but I think they're better than Budokan on this version. They're a little more focused
it's hard
here.
to hear. For them, it's hard to hear. For us, it's
hard to hear.
easy to hear. Well, the one thing I noticed, I couldn't tell if this was John or Paul. So remember in Anthology when they're in like George's race car basement with the one NASCAR poster on the wall or whatever?
Right. Somebody, the Beatles are coming. Somebody go to Kohl's. Go to the art section. Nice motor.
Nice motor.
Nice motor.
So they're in the basement talking about this era, like Rubber Soul and Paperback Writer, and then Paul's talking about then we're getting into the Paperback Writer, and we were doing all the harmonies.
The close harmonies on things like Paperback Writer and Nowhere Man were very hard to do on stage. It was all that la 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 la.
Yeah,
We
and
used to do
so
that, it was
all our
very
voices were really like double track. Paperback Writer.
Paperback. Yeah, that's where it goes. Yeah.
And he does this thing where he's like, Paperback Writer.
Right?
And I remember being like, Paul, no one does that on the song. But
I forgot about that moment. Yeah.
In this, like the last verse, I want to say, leading in the outro, someone is doing that. And I can't tell if that's, I thought it was Paul, but now I think maybe it's John.
Paperback Writer. Paperback Writer. Paperback Writer. Paperback Writer. Paperback Writer. Paperback Writer.
I mean, by the end of the song, the end harmonies, they're done. They're fucking around. They just want to get out of there and head to the Essen Virgin Megastore to shop for mini discs.
Yeah, because they bought up all the singles in Hamburg. Now they're on to mini discs.
We can't find Ain't She Sweet on Kasingle. I think Palador pressed a single of Ain't She Sweet and Cry for a Shadow. I don't have it, but I think they did. I don't want it.
Oh, DJ must not collect.
I've got a CD3 of it. I've got a mini CD of it somewhere. I don't need the single of Ain't She Sweet.
Well, Paul takes us into the final song of the night, one of the rockers. It's Unser Lester Lied.
He's the head of parliament.
Danke schön, everybody. Vielen Dank. Danke schön. Ja. Und nun, this Lied, this song is unser letzter Lied. Yes, well, we got to know. Yes, letzter Lied. And the lead, hi, so we say to everybody, Danke schön and Wiedersehen. Goodbye, Essen. You tell lies singing, I can't see. You can't cry cause you're laughing at me. I'm down, I'm really down. I'm down, down on the ground. I'm down, I'm really down. Well, how can you laugh when you know I'm down? How can you laugh when you know I'm down?
And I'm down, man. I'm down.
This is a great one. What a great closer.
Yeah. I agree, man. So I don't think they had the organ, right?
Tony, I love the guitar solo in lieu of the organ. It's a fun sound, which I think did a fair amount on this tour. I don't think they toured with an organ.
I don't think so either. I don't remember seeing an organ on the Budokan videos that we've seen.
Well, Tony, they were supposed to, but you know why they didn't travel with an organ?
Why is that?
They've forgotten Billy Preston.
We've forgotten Billy Preston. How can you laugh when you know I'm down? Well, baby, you know I'm down, yeah.
I will say this though. I feel like the crazy guitar solo is an approximation. John is transporting his elbows on the keys version to the guitar. It's kind of a wily solo. There's some fun notes in there that are like not correct notes, and it's fucking rock and roll, so there should be some bum notes in there.
I think you and me are both pro John Lennon guitar solos.
Yeah.
100% of the time. His sound, his feel, it's kind of the opposite of George Harrison.
Right. Yeah. George is a very particular player. I think he likes things clean. He likes things nice. I mean, he can get dirty and this and that, but I always feel like his are more crafted.
That's why their balance together was so good.
Yeah.
And that's why LePaul is a lead guitarist too. I mean, one of the best guitar solos in Beatle history's Taxman.
Yeah. And that's a combination of that. It's the meticulousness of George mixed with the craziness of John. But Paul's a perfectionist, so it's going to be a perfected version of John's craziness.
Maybe this is Backbeat, but the influence of just watching Backbeat, Tony. But I was listening to Revolver a couple days ago, and I was thinking like Taxman misses Stu on bass.
You can't do your solo spots anymore, Stu.
Why's that?
Because it's shite.
Yes! Oh, yes, I'm down. I'm really down. Baby, I'm down. I'm really down. I'm upside down. I'm really down. Oh, I'm down. I'm really down. Yes, I'm down. Oh, you know I'm down.
Well, that's the show, man. It concludes, and it's a great show overall. I love that it got unearthed. What say you?
Yeah, it's wonderful. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier, my commercialist instincts want them to slap an apple on this, have Mal remix it, not Evans. That would be difficult. But the Mal technology come up with like a remix of this and actually make it like a viable, last stage Beatles tour official album.
That'd be cool. I mean, obviously there's always this grumbling on the internet about like their performance is crap and this kind of a thing. I'm going to say something. I feel like if you're moaning and groaning about like the performance and all that, I think you don't get it. Okay. I think you're square, actually. Like, I know what a bad show sounds like, and this is not a bad show. This has great energy. It's fun. They're having a good time. The crowd's having a good time. It's loud and it's messy, and that's what rock and roll should be.
And usually the criticism, by the way, Tony, comes from people who will often say, well, Beatles weren't a real rock band. Well, which is it? Because this is a rock show. Even yesterday's got drums, and it's sloppy and it's rockin', but you think it's too sloppy and they're not a good live band. Well, then what is it?
Yeah.
Are they are they a pop band that you don't like because they're pop and the Stones are better because the Beatles are just a pop rock band? Or is this too live and sloppy for you to appreciate it? I don't. People talking about both sides of their mouth.
Yeah. And also that Stones live album from 65 or 66 has some slop on it too. And I love it. Like there's times where they're out of time with each other or something.
Every Stones live albums, I like Flashpoint from 1990, and that's well because of Chuck Leavell. Chuck Leavell's piano licks on like "Sympathy for the Devil" and stuff were great. The Stones comparison was merely from the faux perspective of I think the Beatles are too poppy. I'm a Stones fan. And then hearing this going, well, they were terrible live, but not terrible. It's rock.
Yeah, it's rock and roll, man. Well, it's out there streaming, and we just got it off of YouTube. That's how I heard it. And I think someone's going to put a bootleg CD of it out with like 2 versions of it, as is, and then they'll do their homemade mix on it, which I never trust those, but whatever.
I think you read that incorrectly. It's got 2 virgins on it.
Oh, so I can't wait then. I got
this, but it's got a Yoko Bush cover.
Thank you to our producer, Casey Baker. Thank you, TJ.
Thank you to our social media and fact checker, Glenn McKay.
Yeah, and thank you, the listener. You know what, man? Coming up is like the 60th anniversary of Help. So maybe we'll talk about that movie.
I can't wait. I never loved Help the way I loved A Hard Day's Night, and jumping back into it has both made me change my perspective and remember why I feel that way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, so you have that to look forward to this summer. You. 1 night, 2 nights only. Maybe 3.
Coming soon. 2 episodes that becomes 3 during arduous editing. How many extemporaneous bits can be cut?
How many can be saved? Did that Flow reference make it or not?
Why do most of our listeners associate Flo as being the progressive girl?
And not the woman from Alice or the Jeffersons.
Untitled Beatles Podcast. Like and subscribe.
Is it Flo? What was her name? What was Marla Gibbs' character on the Jeffersons?
All right, looking it up. Jesus Christ.
That's Casey's job.
Marla Gibbs, Jeffersons.
Flo.
I just wrote Pfeffersons.
It's the Swedish version.
Stop. Florence. You're right. Florence. That's right. Florence.
That's very good, Mr. Jefferson. You keep changing your mind like that, and someday, maybe you'll end up with one that works.
And someday, maybe, I'll end up with a maid that works.
I doubt it, because it ain't easy working in all this heat.
What heat?
All that hot air coming out your mouth.